Hey, everybody, welcome. Thank you for being on. If you are watching on the replay in the Facebook group, please just drop replay. And one of the things I wanted to tell everybody here that we were just chit-chatting before we started the recording, but one of the things that we're doing in the Facebook group is there is a post up, and that post has all the before and after pictures, not all, some good before and after pictures in the comments. If you can go over to the group, head to the comments, and drop a heart on your favorite before and after picture. And there are some pretty incredible transformations of people who have been using Riman for over a year, which is where you really start to get your face to change. A lot of people see results real quick as well. Like Kara popped on and she's glowing, right? Radiant. And I'm like, you're using the product. So she's already seeing a result. I know Joy saw one very, very quick as well. Kim, who's on, I know she saw a result quickly as well. For me, I'm older. It took me a little bit longer to get my results. I was born in the 1960s. So I'm not snapping back as much as you young people, but it worked over time. It definitely worked. I got a new face. Everybody does. We're so excited to tell you all about it. So let's get into it. So yeah, go to that post and vote on your favorite. I'm going to head to the comments too, because I want to know who here has heard of Korean skincare before hearing about it from Joy. Had you heard about it before? If you can access the chat, let us know. Or if not, maybe just raise your hand if you had heard about it. But it is starting to really take off here in the United States. And what I learned when I joined, May will be 2 years for me. But what I learned is Korea is the skincare capital of the world. So people like the Kardashians fly to Korea to get their skincare treatments. They are just incredibly advanced in terms of what they do over what we are doing here in the United States. So the Google search for Korean skincare in the US and really up to 2025 has increased 380% between 2016 and 2025. I have to update this slide. And 56, I can speak, rewind. 56% of American women have shown interest in K beauty products, and especially Gen Z. Those kiddos love this stuff. And my daughter is Gen Z. And when she heard I was doing Korean skincare, she got so excited. And now she is doing it. And she has a team of all her 22-year-old friends are doing Riman, which is really remarkable because when it's something that appeals to the 60-year-olds and the 22-year-olds, like there is a huge spread across the demographics. And the market's growing like crazy again because this stuff works. And this is a direct selling company. So if you've heard of companies like Tupperware, Young Living, Life Vantage, Amway, Avon, this is one of those. We are the only Korean skincare direct sales company, and we are the number one brand in Korea, not just direct sales, skincare. So we were named one of the top companies in momentum out of 10,000 companies. So we're growing really fast. We've done billions of dollars in sales, and I'm going to get into that in just a minute. But again, this just goes back to the fact that this works. Korea is the hardest skincare market to break into. When we went into South Korea, the company that was number one had been number one for 70 years. And again, not number one direct selling company, number one skincare company. And we came in and knocked them right out. And it's because of our innovation that I'm going to talk to you about in just a minute. But Korean culture is really taking off in the US as well. The number one Netflix show for a long time was Squid Games and K-pop Demon Hunters. I think they just cleaned up at the Academy Awards, right? And then they've got the rock bands, Blackpink and BTS, very, very popular. And then the Broadway Tony Award winning musical this year was Maybe Happy Ending, which was out of South Korea. So Korean culture is really taking off, really globally. And we fulfill the need of people wanting to look like these K-pop stars with that beautiful glassy skin look. And that's what we provide. We provide the glass skin look with the hydration and the nourishment. So let's talk a little bit about our innovation. So as I said, we came to Korea in 2018. We did $3 billion in revenue. Now, this is a tiny country. Korea is the size of Indiana. They have about 50 million people. So to do $3 billion in the number one skincare country in the world is pretty remarkable. We are rated the number one K-beauty brand, and people are going to Sephora and Ulta and Amazon, and they're thinking that they're buying Korean skincare. They're not. They're buying Americanized versions. This is the true Korean skincare. We sold 40 million bottles of just this one little cream that we're going to get into in just a minute. And we just got here to North America, and we are a top company on the Direct Selling News Top 100. So let's talk about the technology. And when I say technology, it's plants and it's water. So we are a clean ingredient product, and we have to be because we are sold in, I think we're up to 12 different countries right now. And some of the countries that we are sold in have very stringent product ingredient requirements. And we only make one formulation. So this has to be clean enough to be sold in Europe, in Japan. Japan has some of the highest ingredient qualifications that you have to meet. South Korea has, again, other really high ingredient standards. So all in all,
Wow.
we ban over 4,000 ingredients to be able to sell in all these different countries. And we're going to talk about how this penetrates into deeper layers of the skin. So because it's doing that, it has to be really clean. But I'm going to tell you a quick story about how this company was founded. Our formulator is the number one formulator in all of Asia. So not just South Korea, but in all of Asia. He has been formulating home run products for 25 years, and he has sold his innovations to companies like La Mer and Chanel. And he was studying something called tiger grass. Tiger grass got that name because tigers in the wild roll around in it when they're wounded to heal their wounds. And he knew that it was healing. He knew that it was an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. It heals skin. And he thought, I think I could make this better. He had access to something called Jeju lava energy water. It sounds a little wonky, but it is this water that has been filtering beneath the bed of the Halasan volcano in South Korea for 400,000 years. So it has rare minerals and energetic properties. And he is one of only 5 people in the world to have access to this water. It's a UNESCO World Heritage protected site, but because he is such a respected formulator and scientist, he has access. He took the water and he watered the plant, the tiger grass. Now, tiger grass is usually about this big. I don't know if you can see in there. It's like the size of a nickel. In 10 days of being watered with the energy water, it grew to the size of his palm. And what grew along with it were the amount of antioxidants, the amount of healing. So he made an elixir out of this and he put it on skin, and it rapidly healed the skin. But then he went a step further and he microfluidized it. So microfluidization is a process where you take the molecules of the skincare and you spin it really, really fast so it breaks up into these tiny particles that penetrate deeper into your skin. Nobody in the world is doing microfluidization of skincare. It's usually for medical purposes. So think about numbing creams like lidocaine that has to get into your face, or wherever you're putting lidocaine on. It has to be tiny particles to get in. So he's doing it with skincare, which is his huge innovation. And we have 20 patents. So people cannot duplicate what we are doing. We have 18 years left on these patents. So for the next 18 years, nobody can replicate the healing power of this skincare. And I know there are people on here who have used it. So if you've used it, let us know why you love it, and what you noticed. So again, clean ingredients. It's cosmeceutical grade, so it's like a medical grade skin product. Lots of estheticians using it. Again, clean formula. We use the nanoliposomes. And before we get into the before and after pictures, Joy, I didn't even plan to do this to you, but I'm going to ask you to unmute and tell everybody a little bit about why you love this and what results you are seeing.
Well, with being 48, I need to take care of my skin. I never took care of my skin, and I don't think I ever did because when I tried product, I never saw any change. And my last one that I did, I had done it for over a year and I never noticed any change. And then all of a sudden I had saw somebody share about their skin and I'm just like, oh my word. And I personally never had heard about the Korean skincare. And so I'm just like, I need this. And I mean, within days, it was amazing. And you are going to go through, your face is going to go through change. I mean, within a couple of days. And even today, I did a K-pop at work, and the girl's like, "Oh my word!" I'm like, and Kara, as she's been doing it, she's like, "Keep going." She goes, because she's been doing it for a week and a half, and she can just tell with her skin too. It's just smooth, and it. I've never had anything like it, and it's just like I told myself I was sharing with Bonnie earlier. I'm like, I never thought I'd ever be sharing skincare with anyone, but it's just like this is too much not to share. So I love it. It's great. And I have to say my little thing too about the hair care. I'm just amazed. So and I've been going clean since 2012 with my skincare um and hair care, and it just keeps getting better and better, and now it's just like the last stuff that I use, I was happy with it, but as with this, I'm like I have to try it, and I'm blown away. So in fact, I just brought Bonnie a couple samples to try it out too
Oh,
today. So
yay.
yeah.
Yes. It's so good. Oh, I'm glad you love it. And I'm glad I love that you said that you had to talk about this. You were like, wait, this is so different. It's so next level. It is. It is very unique. And that's when people ask me, what is it about this product? I'm like, it's different. It's like you almost can't put your finger on it until you see it on your own face. And then you're like, oh yeah, it is different. And these are some, Joy has a great before and after picture too. That's in the group. So look at her, especially her forehead, right? And you look great in both pictures, by the way, but it is really remarkable to see the changes in some lines in a very short period of time. And this is my friend. So I know everybody in these slides personally. So this is my friend Brianna. This is her forehead in 5 days. That is a crazy result. This is my friend Judy. Judy is 73, and she said to me, Jen, there's no way the skincare is going to do anything for me. I've tried everything. Well, Judy is now one of the top salespeople. Look at her face. Like she lost 10 years. And this is my friend MJ. I just sat next to her at the convention and she looks like this, but her before. So, a couple things about MJ. Her mom lives in South Korea. She lives in Atlanta, but her mom started sending her these products back in 2018. So, this is the longest person that I know personally that's been using the skincare. And she always says, everyone accuses me of having a nose job or getting a facelift, but really it's the inflammation that goes down. I met with a friend today. We had coffee and she kept going like this on my face, like not, she didn't touch my face, but she kept saying like, because you get like that kind of the snatched look, as the kids call it, right? Everything starts to come in because it's reducing inflammation at the cellular level because it's penetrating so deep. It is crazy good. So that is MJ. And then look at this, and it works on acne, it works for dudes. This is my friend Paige. It took 10 years off her face. 10 years, like look at that, right? It's crazy. So it goes on and on. I mean, this is just like constant. Look at the texture and the fine lines and the wrinkles and the brightening, the age spots. And so my friend Sharon, everyone accuses her of having a facelift. She's like, I wish I could afford a facelift, Jen. Like it is your Riman products. And she got a new face. And then it works on dark circles, eczema, acne, rosacea. This is my friend Andrea. She's 58 now. She is my exact age. And this is, look at that. Do you see the eyes, the red? And this is just, I mean, such a transformation, and the hydration. And I know for a fact that in this picture, she had washed, she's like, I made a mistake. I washed my face with the oil cleanse. I'm like, yep, that's why you're glowing. And I was like, it's too late now, but if you can, and you're all listening, so you can hear, take your before pictures before you put any Riman on your face. And the before pictures are just for you. You don't have to put them on social media or share them with anyone else, but you see differences in the camera that the naked eye will not see. So it's so much easier to compare two photos and look for the differences. So please, please take a before picture before you get any Riman on your face. Oh my gosh, look at Jack. This is the husband of one of our distributors. Look at that spot. And he's like, you know what? I was going to go in and have it looked at, and all of a sudden it's gone. His age spot is gone. So if you know anyone with hyperpigmentation, holy cow, are they going to love this line? And here is the hair care that Joy loves, and I do too. Hair thick, shiny, full, like it's crazy. And I guess I don't color treat, but I guess people with color treated hair love it. They say that it lasts, the color lasts longer, keeps kind of the shine longer. And in a Korean clinical study, it regrew hair 61%. So if you know anybody with thinning hair, pulling out clumps in the shower and all that stuff, this is going to, they'll be so grateful to you for hearing about this. And again, it's that Korean technology. They just do things so differently. And again, by technology, I mean plants. They're using a algae, and this algae only grows in the desert. So it's got all these incredible nutrient properties. And that is the primary ingredient in the hair care that helps with the hair regrowth. And then we also have body care. So our it's like skincare for your body. And this is a shampoo and conditioner before and after. This is one wash of scalp psoriasis. This is the body care. This is a woman on our team who works outside. She does garden design. And she said, well, nothing's ever going to help my old saggy skin. And like, look at the difference, right? And then these are some of the hair regrowth pictures from the hair care. So it's pretty crazy. And then we have supplements as well. I'm not going to get into the supplements too much, but I want to just quickly stop the share and just run through my routine, because there are a lot of different ways that you can use this. But as somebody, so I was mostly interested in, fine lines, wrinkles, sagging. Sagging was my biggest thing, especially my eyelids. I was considering an eyelid lift. Well, not considering, but I was like Googling how much is an eyelid lift. And I did that a lot before finding Riman. So now I don't Google that anymore. Like I'm fine. But I do the oil cleanser every time. I do it twice a day. And then I follow up with the snow enzyme. So this, because you get like a little bit of an oil residue, you have to wash it off with this other cleanser. But this whole big cleanser that lasts, 5, 6 months is $30. This one's 25. You get like 4 months out of this one. And this will change your skin right here. And then you add the nutrition. So this is the Calming Balance Gel. It calms redness, but it's also 8 molecular weights of hyaluronic acid. So hyaluronic acid is just anti-aging. This is an anti-aging powerhouse. And then for hydration and nutrition, you're going to spray with this booster. You're going to use a dropper of serum, spray with the booster again. That's going to give you the glow and the hydration. And then you seal it all in with this cream that sold 40 million bottles. So it looks like a lot of steps. It really goes pretty fast. I've got it down to like, a couple of minutes. And some people let it dry between. Do you let it dry, Joy, or do you kind of go, I don't, who has time for that? But people do. God bless them. I don't. I slap it all on. And my daughter, who's really busy, she just puts everything in her hand and just puts it all like one step cleanse and then everything. Yeah. And her skin looks great. So it is an incredible line. Let me see if there are any questions or comments. Joy is asking how long usage gal with dark circles. Yeah, that was 6 months. So that page was the longer use. But people will see results usually in 5 to 10 days. They'll see something, but then the real transformations happen over like 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. I cannot wait. I'm almost at the 2 year mark. And I mean, I really got a new face. I've been posting some of my before pictures. I don't have one on with me right now, but I'll post some in our group so you can see, and I'll post my daughter's as well. And Joy loves with the hair. Yeah, you just need a little bit of the hair care. It's concentrated. It goes a really long way. And we have a lot of hairstylists actually representing this brand because it does such good things to the hair and it makes it easy, it looks better. Yes, Kara, great question. You put it all around your eyes. So all of the line is designed to be used around the eyes, and it's actually been tested safe for use around the eyes. So I spray the booster and then I make sure to like push it onto my eye because that's my area of concern, right? And I had pretty decent eye bags as well. And then the cream could go all around your eyes, the serum. In Korea, they don't have night serum, eye cream, toner, moisturizer. Everything is everything. They just have products that go on your face and they don't really label it as anything in particular. So that was kind of something to get used to when I started using it. I'm like, where's the toner? Where's the cream? Where's the moisturizer? Where's the eye cream? It's not like that. It's just all the products do everything. So I hope that helps. Couple of things I'm gonna ask. Yeah, Tim sprays the booster all day. He's so funny. Like people do. They spray the booster all the time. He also uses that oil, the Vietnam or the two-phase oil mist. He's spraying that all day too, and he looks great. But that's what they do in South Korea. They're constantly putting something on their face, God bless them. And it's very much accepted in their culture to see people out, like walking down the street, spraying their face. Like it's skincare is a big deal in South Korea. And people are taught very, very young, little children at 5 years old doing their skin routine. And I'm guessing that's why they have gorgeous skin. But yeah, you can spray it, whenever you feel, especially in dry climates, like where we all live, or well, at least the Minnesota and the New England, I do spray that an awful lot. That's a good question. Any other questions or anything? Let us know in the chat. And I just want you to go to the group, put some likes on your favorite before and after because we want to give you prizes. But we need some people to enter to give the prizes. Right now it's Joy, and I'm sure she would love the prize, but it's her party. You all deserve to win the prizes. So you go do that. And then book a party with Joy, and we will come on and we'll do this. We'll give away stuff to your friends and family. And speaking of giveaways, let's do one right now.